Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to study plants. The plants consists of root, stem, flower, fruit and leaf. The plant, here are some examples. The plant, leaf, fruit, flower and the grass. Leaf. There are two types of leaves. The leaflet and the leaf. The leaf, this whole structure is called the leaf. Not all plants have like this, but some plants, the whole structure is called the leaf. This, when I remove one and put it here, it is a leaflet. The one thing is leaflet. The leaves are very important part of the plant. It makes food for the plant by photosynthesis. It helps the water and nutrients to come up by transpiration. It also breathes for the plant. Let's see how. The leaves are called the food factory of the plant because it prepares glucose by the process of photosynthesis. When the leaves convert light energy to chemical energy, this process is photosynthesis. The process in which the leaves give out water in the form of water vapor is called transpiration. It has two uses. It creates a force to take up water and fight against gravity. It helps in keeping the balance inside and outside moisture the same. The plants also take oxygen. The stomata exchange gases like during photosynthesis. It gives oxygen, but during respiration it gives out carbon dioxide. So we study leaves. The leaves prepare food by photosynthesis. You may heard that the photosynthesis, sunlight, carbon dioxide and water goes to the leaves and there the food is prepared. Now let's study flower. Wait. Now let's study flower. I have kept some parts of the flower here. But first we'll study what are flowers. Wait. Okay, the flowers are the reproductive part of the flower. They consist of stamen, carpel, petals and sepals. The flowers which have both stamen and carpel are called bisexual flowers. The flowers that have either of them are called unisexual flowers. That means the stamen, the flowers which have this structure and this structure and also this structure are called bisexual, which have either this or these structures are called unisexual flowers. The stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower. It has two main parts, anther and the filament. this whole structure is called stamen. The stamen has two main parts. This thin structure is called the anther. This long structure is called the filament. Okay. Wait. Anther are called unisexual flowers. Where we? Yes, here. The filament supports the anther. The anther produces pollen grain. What is pollen grain? The substance produced by the anther. The pollen grain are somewhere over here. The pollen grain are over here. Okay. Pollen grains. Each mature pollen grain contains two male gametes. So what are pollen grain? Here I have drawn a pollen grain. Here we have two male gametes. This also male gametes. This whole structure is pollen grain. Okay. Two male gametes. Okay. A group of stamens is called as androecium. If there is a group of these structures, it is called androecium. I will show you an example of this. Wait. This is an example of androecium. You can see the stamens. This is an example of this flower is an example of androecium. We'll come back. Androecium. Okay. Wait. The carpel is the female reproductive part of the flower. See here. This whole structure is called carpel. Including this, I have just removed this part. This whole structure is called what? Carpel. Okay. The carpel has three main parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Here we have the stigma, the small structure, and we have the style, very long structure, and we have the ovary. This is the ovary. The stigma is a sticky part to hold the pollen grain. The stigma is there now. It is very sticky to hold the pollen grain. The style holds the stigma away from the ovary. The ovary contains ovules. This part is there. It contains ovules. This I have drawn. It contains ovules. Ovule contains 7 female cells of 7 female gametes. And the most important ones are the polar nuclei, the egg cell and the polar nuclei. The polar nuclei has 2 nuclei in it. There's 2 nuclei. See here. This is the polar nuclei. These are nuclei, and this is this is the egg cell, which is also a nuclei. Two nuclei. A ovule. In a ovule there are 7 cells and 8 nuclei. So sorry, the egg cell is not a nuclei. See, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 2 are 1, so we consider as 2. This is the egg cell. Eight nuclei. In order to reproduce a male gamete, the male gametes have to reach the female gametes to fuse together to form a endosperm and a zygote. For this, pollination has to take place. There are 2 types of pollination: cross and self-pollination. The transfer the transfer of the pollen grain to the stigma of the same flower is called self-pollination. The transfer of the stigma, the transfer of pollen grain to the flower of another. The transfer of pollen grain to the another flower is called cross pollination. After pollination, a tube goes down the style and reaches the female gametes, which is in the ovule. The male gametes fuse with the female gametes to form a zygote and an endosperm. The zygote divides multiple times to form a embryo. The ovule develops a tough coat to form a seed. This process is called fertilization. After fertilization, the ovary increases in size to form a fruit. Okay. We are not going to learn about roots and stem. Okay, till then, bye.